Hey guys, Carl Jocumsen here, Bassmaster Elite Series Pro. We're in the shop and we're talking reels. I have my 4 most used and favorite Shimano reels right in front of me. It's the Tranx range. I get more questions about these reels than anything else because of that big bait, big fish, powerhouse reel that people are looking for. Back home in Australia, the big Murray cod is a huge craze. Swim baits, glide baits, paddle tails, everything in between. This is the reel. The barramundi guys, saltwater, freshwater, the lakes. This is the range of reels. And for a long time, the saltwater guys have been killing it with the 400. And I use the 400, but now they've got the 300 and the 200 to suit the inshore freshwater guys as well. We're going to go through the range right now. I've got the 200, I've got the 300 and the 400. Different ratios, different lines, when and where and why. We're going to start with the 200. It's the latest and brand new from Shimano. This is the 6.2 to 1. It has the Hagane gearing and body that Shimano are famous for. They have the amazing drag, X-chip smoothness in the gearing. Everything that you want in a baitcaster, saltwater, freshwater, this thing is basically bulletproof. Fits in the hand perfectly, but this is the main reason I love the 200, the big crank handle. Huge crank handle just gives you that power and force for you to stay in control of the fight. That's what I want, and that's what I want when I'm winding big baits back. I'm gonna put 30 or 50 pound Power Pro Super Slick on there, and I'm gonna run a fluorocarbon leader, 40, 60, 80 pound, depending, right through. And that's gonna be ready to go for all of my short casting work, accuracy, and long days casting baits up to about 5 or 6 inches maximum. That's kind of what I like the 200 for. It does super light work with smaller stuff, jerk bait, top water, crank bait for the barramundi guys, and everything in between. The Tranx 200 kind of does it. Perfect all-round reel for you Aussie guys chasing just about anything. We're going to step it up now to the 300, and I have the 2 ratios that they are known for, and that's the 5.8 to 1 and then the 7.6 to 1. So they're the 2 ratios that I love in the 300. This is going to do my big bait work. I'm going to have 25 or 30 pound fluorocarbon through on my 5.8 to 1. Has the big, huge crank handle, all the amazing features, the gearing and body, drag, and everything that you want for smoothness. This thing casts an absolute mile, but it handles those heavier baits. And then the 5.8 to 1 for the Murray cod guys, it's gonna handle those big, powerful fish. It's gonna act like a winch, and you're gonna stay in control of those fights, and it's gonna make it nice and easy for all day casting those big baits. The big crank handle, the low gear ratio is gonna help you wind those big baits back with ease, and then handle those giant cod when you get them on. For the barra guys, I suggest stepping up to the 7.6 to 1. So a little bit faster. And what that's gonna do is when you crank and those barra running fast, the 7.6 is gonna keep up to them. It's gonna keep up on those fish. You're gonna keep the right bend in the rod, and you're gonna put them in the boat. And with this one, I'm gonna run 50 or 65 pound Power Pro Super Slick straight through. And then I'm gonna run those heavy fluorocarbon leaders on it, 60, 80 plus pound. Same features right through, just the faster ratio. So they're the 2 300s that I'm gonna keep for those 2 applications. And then I've got the big dog, the 400. This reel has been through hell and back. It is 3 years old. I have given it every test possible. I've caught 100 pound yellowfin tuna on this reel, offshore Texas. Casting lipless crankbaits for them, just straight through braid. Those tuna put the most heaviest work I can ever imagine on this reel. And then this is my big glide bait reel that I love. Like it's a big reel, it has a big spool, it handles that heavier line, but it still is comfortable and small and light enough to cast all day. Has the big crank handle, Hagane gearing, body, drag, everything that you want. And just from offshore saltwater, right through to Murray cod, barramundi work inshore. You can't beat that Tranx 400. Probably the best all-round reel I've ever seen in my life. Shimano Australia have killed it with this range. I don't think you can go past a better range of bait casters right there. Everything you want from salt to fresh water and everything in between, all the ratios. That's how I use the Tranx range. Check them out when you're in the market for a new bait caster. This is the one.